us next time on Zoom, then you will be welcome to do that. So it's just, I think we are live now. Okay, so Arlene, take it away. You want to get started?
Welcome everybody to our very first episode of Secrets to Reset and Relax in 15. I'm here with my partner on the program, Ildy, which has been so fun to get to know you and to start to create something together with the beginning of this podcast exactly today on the 17th of August, 2023. The Secrets to Reset and Relax in 15 minutes. It's very important in the professional world to have a possibility of during the day, maybe like in the afternoon right now, to have a break to reset and have more energy and stay focused on your work, diminish reactivity, to make your intelligence, your emotional intelligence work even better by being able to regulate yourself. And mindset is a whole repertoire, incredible repertoire of tools and practices and attitudes that help a person do that for their own well-being, for mental health, and then for corporate wellness. This is an incredible thing that businesses can contribute, leaders can practice, team members can have present for their interactions, their productivity, accepting each other, accepting themselves. These are all just the beginning of things that we could talk about that mindfulness brings as a benefit.
Yeah, and I feel like as we start with our session today, I would like us to actually be mindful and arrive in our bodies. And to do that, I would like to invite everybody to think about everything that you had to do before you arrived at this quick 15 minutes class with us today. So everything that you were doing from this morning, since you woke up, what are the things that you had to do? So just quickly run through them in your mind's eyes. And when you got that, I would like to ask you to imagine that you are letting them go, pushing them out of the door, because right now you don't need to think about that. And then I would like you to think about all the things that you will need to do once you leave this session as well. And maybe again, just run through them in your mind's eyes and think about like, okay, those are the things that I will need to really think about once I leave this session. And then once you got that, once again, I would like to invite you to let those thoughts go as well and really arrive in your body, arrive in your mind, and really feel that you are here with us at this present moment, and really feel how your body feels at this moment. I would even love you, if you're comfortable with it, just to close your eyes for a moment or look at the tip of your nose and just really notice how you are breathing. Because our breath is always a great indicator to understand where we are at with our well-being, with our relaxation, or with our stress level at that moment. And as you are breathing and focusing on your breath, maybe you notice that thoughts are still swirling around your head, and you're thinking about other things. But if that's the case, without any judgment, with unconditional love towards your mind, just invite your mind to come back and be present. And really just focus on the sound of my voice while you are observing your breathing as it is, right at this moment. And as you are observing your breath, and as you ask your mind to be calmer, I would like you to really just do a quick body scan and observe your entire body from the feet, how they feel right now. Observe your ankles, your lower legs, your knees. Really pay attention to your thighs. Notice how you are holding your hips, your legs. Once again, without judging it or making any changes, just accept it as it is. Observe your upper body. You run through it from the hips all the way to your shoulders, observing your lower back, mid back, upper back, your abdominal and chest. Observe your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. Notice how your neck feels right now at this moment, as well as your head. And take one more conscious breath. And you are welcome to open up your eyes again. Welcome back. So we thought to talk to you guys about actually breathing today, haven't we, Eileen?
Exactly what we did too. And it really works. That felt good to check in with the body, the breathing. But some of our ideas we're talking about in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which is part of integrated mindfulness that we're presenting to the public. We work a lot on changing our state and getting into a good resourceful state. And sometimes when people are in a more chaotic internal situation with the swirling thoughts, as you said, and the emotions, or maybe even the heart pounding, sometimes it can be so daunting to take such a strong state that seems blocked or urgent or very anxious. Sometimes it can seem a very big step to calm oneself down. And when people are kind of in a hyped up, jacked up kind of state, maybe they don't want to calm themselves down because they believe the story of the anxiousness and the urgency to run out and change something because this present moment is unacceptable as it is. Why do I bring all this up? It's because if you stay in the same physiological state and the same breathing pattern, then it's really difficult to change the state. I would almost call it impossible. A change in state, a change in mind, a shift in perception is going to involve something in the body. It's funny, today I was putting together a presentation. I was looking for icons. I like to use icons in my presentations. And I wanted this one with emotional balance. And they were all showing me a lot of images from the neck up. And I said, no. If it's going to be emotional balance, it has to have the body too. Because the emotions necessarily involve the body, and our well-being necessarily involves the body. And so think about it. When we have breathing is unconscious. We don't have to think about it to breathe. However, if we do, we have like a little window into our unconscious mind. We can start to communicate. And that was a very important message to me many years ago, listening to John Grinder, one of the creators of NLP, is saying, if you want to change your state, change your breathing. It's just like so guaranteed. Change your breathing. And if you pay attention to your breathing, that is changing your breathing because it's just become conscious when it was unconscious before. And you can practice your focus. And you can really practice, this is my breathing right now. And I hold it, and I'm aware of it. And I can practice non-panic in life too. I can just be with this breathing that it is right now. Curious. It kind of demystifies it.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking that, when it comes to breathing, I always like to make a difference between mindful breathing and mindful breathing techniques and the controlled breathing techniques, as in the East they call it pranayama, right? Because mindful breathing is not about controlling the breath, but like we did it, we're just observing what's going on at that present moment. And in the same time, mindful breathing is equally important when it comes to reducing stress. And pranayama, or the controlled breathing techniques, are once again super, and now finally scientifically proven to being effective to actually help someone to change their state, to change the anxiety. And it was really interesting because when you said about the, changing the state, I just thought I have in one of my slides a teaching about how if you look at even animals in the wild, right? And then the animal state when they are in fight and flight mode, you can actually observe them once again, right? How their state changes, their breathing changes, even their body language changes. So like for, you can see the dog's tail goes down, or the zebra's ear is going to be flat down instead of being up. So we can see all these changes, how it's happening in the wild as well. So, and for us as well to feel better, we just need to change our breathing as well as our physical posture, right? To make
Terrific. Our mind in modern society or modern work, if we're very goal oriented, and I'm all for goals because we're coaches, we work with NLP, we integrate it into mindfulness, and for somebody who takes their goals so seriously, not getting their goal at any particular moment in the day can feel like a threat. But we human beings with our minds, we've managed to, instead of feeling threat by animals that are approaching, or a tsunami that's coming in, or a landslide, we've managed to do it on the day that somebody doesn't like us, apparently, or that we are not getting our goal, we're not up to meeting our targets or anything else like that. And the whole body can set off alarms. And a person can kind of dramatize that to the point where they don't understand the difference, and their body is going into a full-blown anxiety reaction. And it's very important and very productive to purposefully sit down and spend a minute and breathe. Because you think about it, if you're just sitting and breathing, we're sending a message, it's okay to take a pause. So I must be okay. And then we can kind of recover our senses in that way, so that we can, reset and put things into due proportion and get our energy back, and go out and be productive and care about our purposeful goals, our well-chosen ecological goals.
Because for me, like, I feel like, as you say, like, I think a lot of people, we take breathing for granted, because just because we breathe, we believe that it's enough. But if we don't actually, as you said before as well, if we don't breathe the correct way, and we don't notice that we're not breathing with the correct way, then it's going to trigger all that anxiety and trauma response in the body, and we're not going to feel good. And then obviously by changing that breathing pattern instantly, we don't even need to breathe for too long, but just by observing it and changing it, we can actually kick off the relaxation response in the body, and all of a sudden we feel like, okay, I'm okay. Everything is okay.
2 minutes will do it. Literally 2 minutes. That's about the focus. If you focus on your breathing, it takes your attention off wherever your mind has gone to. And for 2 minutes, you already get the effect of altering the state. You've done the reset. So there, you can get reset and relax in 2 minutes if you do the breathing with attention, mindful breathing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just got to the end of our session, Arlene. That 15 minutes went fast, didn't it?
Went very fast, and I'm so glad we have so many more subjects for the next episodes.
So yeah, we are going to be live every Thursday at exactly this time, which is for us in the US on the Eastern time zone. It's 4 p.m. For Arlene in Brazil, it's
5 p.m.
And then for the guys in New Zealand and Europe, no idea what the time is for you. But if you want to join us, come back next week as well. We're going to be live again together with Arlene for another session to reset and recharge and relax in 15 minutes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. I'm trying to go offline, and now, okay, we're gonna end it here too.